Dear Presidents, Prime Ministers, Ministers, colleagues, friends, as President of the Voting Commission, I'm happy to announce you the results of our election of our Secretary General. The vote cast is 548, blanco and invalid 5, valid votes 543, yes 413, no 130. This means that Antonio López-Istúriz is re-elected as our EPP Secretary General with 76%. Congratulations, Antonio.
Thank you. Dear President Tusk, dziękuję bardzo. You know that we are starting to learn Polish now in the EPP. Cher Joseph, merci beaucoup. Querido Pablo Casado, te lo digo en español. Muchísimas gracias a ti y a todos los compañeros españoles por vuestro apoyo y vuestro cariño y como siempre que estáis ahí. Muchísimas gracias. And to all of you, thank you for trusting me the continuity of the EPP. And thanks to everybody who participated yesterday and today in the vote. One thing I'm truly proud about this party is that we are not only defending democracy, but also we practice it. Different from socialists, renaissantists under Macron and others. Dear friends, for many years I have been hearing people try to describe me. Some people say that I am tough. Others say that I am loyal. Some people even love to call me General Secretary instead of Secretary General. I would like to tell you all that I agree with all the descriptions, and that the tough tono, the loyal tono, has always been at your service. It does not matter if you come from the east, the west, north, south, if you come from a small or a big country, you know that. This tough and loyal politician has always been and will remain at the service of the EPP. If any one of you has ever felt that I was maybe too aggressive on some occasions, believe me, I have done it because I have put the interest of the EPP always before any particular. This is my family, and I will do whatever it takes to take care of each of you. I am very loyal to my job description, the guarantee of unity of the party and the success of all of you to make the EPP the bridge between the Brussels bubble and your national realities and to help you win with your political battles back home. Dear friends, Brussels is becoming more political day by day. Acting like bureaucrats will not take us anywhere. We are under attack of Monsieur Macron on one side and the extreme right on the other side. Be careful with them. They might look tempting sometimes, but you know as well as I that these are failing solutions for the challenges to the European Union. Macron, like many others, must truly understand that the EPP is a true party of parties. He cannot deal with us the way he deals with his pupurri, opportunistic, renaissantist subjects. Dear friends, the European People's Party has not been winning every European election since 1999 by accident. Ours is a party of balance. In Europe today, we have those who want to close the doors to immigrants no matter what their situation is. And there are those who want to bring everybody in without any criteria. We have those who cross the Atlantic by boat because they don't want to feel guilty of taking planes and those who run obsolete industries and refuse to introduce modern environmental standards. We have those who have denied the EU the capacity to protect itself with an army of its own, and those who want to destroy NATO. In this messy pool of polarized views, we are the party that brings reasonable perspective, reasonable solutions. I am not at all exaggerating when I say that we are the only balanced and reasonable political force in Europe. Ladies and gentlemen, the socialists soon will disappear and will be absorbed by the Greens. Meanwhile, the liberals will be absorbed by Macron. The ECR will self-destruct from the Brexit they created. And the extreme left and the extreme right will destroy themselves within, due to their inability to offer concrete proposals to the problems they love to denounce. This scenario makes us the only hope for Europe. We have a responsibility towards those citizens who now, more than ever, demand from us European solutions. Dear friends, a united Europe needs a united EPP. As you all know, no other political party has the coordination capacity that we have. However, our good cooperation is threatened by some important internal debates, which we have not ignored, but still need concrete and definitive solutions. In some countries, fragmentation, even fights amongst our EPP member parties have hindered our capacity to implement our European vision. I believe, therefore, that in some countries we must find a way to help build consensus and present citizens a single, coherent, centre-right political platform. The EPP does not ask you to merge, but to collaborate, so that we can have more EPP governments and more opportunities to help our citizens. This party must also strengthen its communication capacity and the use of new technologies. Politics are not done as we used to do 17 years ago when I was first elected as Secretary General. We have to accept the reality and adapt. This must be a priority for this party in this new cycle. But we will not succeed if our parties do not increase coordination amongst themselves and with us. One positive consequence of our campaigns in 2014 and 2019 has been the improvement of collaboration and coordination. But we need to be more ambitious. Finally, I have to put it bluntly, we must be honest with our European citizens about our positions and defend them with pride. As I told you before, we are the party of balance, but we also must stop acting as we were constantly walking on eggshells. We all share the frustration of being constantly attacked by the so-called specialized press for being the reasonable center-right. The dictatorship of political correctness always ends up being used against us and indirectly supporting the left and the populist narratives. When Macron imposed immigration quotas in France 2 weeks ago, did the press criticize him? Where is the outrage for the attacks against the rights of refugees and legal migrants in this case? Ladies and gentlemen, we do not produce headlines because we are not populist. I know that nowadays, in this saturated wall of news, we might look boring. But my friends, I prefer to be boring than to destroy the future of my daughters. In years to come, I want to look into my daughters' eyes and see that they can be proud of what we did here for the European future. That, for me, has much more value than any headline. If defending democracy and liberty in Europe is boring, so be it. We will continue to fight for it in Ukraine, in Belarus, in Moldavia, in Bolivia, in Nicaragua, and Cuba, and of course in Venezuela. We will support Juan Guaidó. We will support our friends, Leopoldo, in Venezuela, that are fighting today for freedom. The EPP is with you. And also, we will always denounce the death of Daphne Caruana Galizia in Malta, the killing of a journalist in Slovakia. Will the socialists do though? No, I don't think so. We will denounce the persecution of free media wherever it takes place. We do not make ideological differences when it comes to the defense of freedom. But we cannot defend freedom in this world alone. I don't care who is the President of the United States. This fight cannot be won without the US. No secret here, you know my commitment to the transatlantic relation. As I always joke about it, I am the product of a transatlantic relation, Spanish father and American mother. Members of my American family fought for freedom in Europe, and this bond is stronger than any tweet. And the fight for freedom means also the fight against the nationalism that try to bring divisions and exclusion. Europe is a continent where diversity is respected and defended. But there will be always those who try to pervert our cultural, linguistic and ethnic diversity, which is an asset, and turn them into weapons of division. In my country, Pablo Casado and my colleagues from Partido Popular are giving a fight for the unity of Spain. But this is a fight for all of you. The unity of Spain is the unity of France, of Romania, of Italy, and many other European countries. It is the fight for the unity of Europe. Nationalism brought us 2 wars. There will be no third one, no matter what the enemies of unity, liberty, and solidarity try to do. Dear friends, good news is that we are in great position to defend our project, to defend Europe and get the fair recognition we deserve. Donald Tusk and our friends from Central and Eastern Europe will help us bring the remains down, the remains of the Berlin Wall, because today, still in the European Parliament and in our national parliaments, the left still insists in defending the memory of the corrupt and bloody dictatorships from the Soviet system. Shame on them. Dear friends, I am very proud to belong to the party, and during decades against political correctness, denounced and helped bring the communist system down. The challenges we face today are complex. We all know it, but we are ready for them. We have a great captain on the ship, and we have you. Let's do it together. Let's do it united. We cannot and we will not fail Europe. This is our mission. And of course, we count with all of you. Thank you very much.